Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of Ballet International. Welcome back to watch this new video. Today, I'm going to open and start up a new topic, which actually it's divided in two parts. The first part concerns the retirement of ballet dancers and, of course, the retirement of ballet teachers. And the second part, it's going to be about the State Diploma, which in France is called Diplôme d'État. Those two topics are a very delicate matter, and it's very difficult to give an opinion. It's very difficult to lay out different examples. But if you try to follow my concept, my idea, after all, I think I might not be wrong. Unfortunately, bureaucracy and laws and governments have set up a new way of life in our modern days that concerns not only the normal life, but also the artistic life. And everything is related to this great problem. If you notice well, whenever you go on internet, everything is related on your mobile phone, which means that they will ask you to set up a password, and upon this password you have to afterwards confirm the password on your email address, and thereafter you have to set up a PIN code, and you have to confirm the PIN code. And everything works on this criteria today in our modern world. And unfortunately, I must also say that the world of ballet is twinning a little bit this idea. Not, of course, with all these passwords, this PIN code and everything. But however, when you go to a ballet company, you have your ID card and you have a machine, you put the ID card in the machine and the machine recognizes your PIN code and you can go to make your class. Or if you go to a ballet school, you have your ID card and you show the ID card to the secretary, and she will know that you are the student of the academy. Or if it's not a secretary, it's going to be a machine. So everything works on this way. Now, just try to follow me because it's quite difficult for me also to explain. Let's go back from many years around the First World War or the Second World War. The world of ballet was completely different about the world comparing to the world of ballet of today. I'm not talking about the technique, because this is another topic, but I'm not going to talk about it. I'm talking about the bureaucracy that there is and the laws that existed at that time and exist comparing to the laws that are today. So at that time, during World War I or World War II, you could have a great artist, a real great artist of ballet. That was the wonderful era of ballet. I'm not going to name them all because the names are very important and we all know that they make part of the great history of ballet. However, at that time, it was much, much easier for a great teacher to continue to teach or to coach or to make rehearsals until that teacher was falling into illness and was deciding to retire. Or if unfortunately he couldn't make it and he was going to the administration and saying, tomorrow I cannot come anymore because I'm not feeling well. And this is what was happening often with ballet dancers, with great ballet teachers, choreographers, but they gave the chance to this great artist to pursue and to continue their career as long as they could, which is the most beautiful gift, because we all know that when we are young, we are in full strength and we enjoy life at 360 degrees. But then when we start getting a little bit older and we approach to 35, especially if we are dancing, we know and we feel that our body is having a decline. So the lucky dancers who, after a good career of dance, they continue to teach, either as a freelance, they decide to open their own ballet school, or they are invited by the Academy of the Theatre, if they are lucky, and but they became principal dancers. But the one who are in corps de ballet and they stay in corps de ballet for many, 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 many years, they have a hardest life to succeed in choreography, in teaching, and they have to battle a lot to succeed in teaching and to make themselves recognized as a good teacher. It is very difficult to compare the two situations because today we have another type of situation which is very awkward. The new laws, the new rules, but not only in ballet, everywhere, in all type of work, they have set up a new way of life, which means, in other words, that if you are young, you can retire at the age, or if you are a dancer, at the age of 40, 45 maximum, if your physique can still stand. Otherwise, you do mime roles. But otherwise, at the age of 40, you have to retire. And at the age of 60 or 65, you can retire if you are a ballet teacher. Maybe there are some exceptions at the age of 70. It depends. The theater, it depends of the academy, it depends of the country and the rules and the laws and blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm going to show you some photos of the great, great, great artists of ballet. Of course, many of them have passed away, There are only two who are still alive, and but they are very old. Some of them are very old. And then I will come back to you adding my personal concept on how to treat this great artist that we must never forget. So let's watch this small video and then I will continue. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have seen this short video with different great artists. My question is, if those artists were still alive, could you have the guts and the courage to call them in the administration and tell them, no, look, come here, come here. And you tell them, now you're too old, you must retire, you cannot teach, the ballet company doesn't like you anymore, and you go at home, we don't need you anymore. Thank you very much, bye-bye, you sign this paper, this is a contract, finish, you go at home, we don't want to listen about you. Do you have the courage to do that? No, absolutely not. This would be as a suicide for a great artist. Now, take many of them, just to name a few, because you have seen the video. You have Agrippina Vaganova, which was the founder of the Vaganova Institution. Could you possibly say to Vaganova, now you retire, that you are not going to teach? Absolutely not. It would be completely insane, completely crazy. Could you do the same thing with Enrico Cecchetti? But they will say that you are completely mad. Could you do the same thing to, I don't know, to Lyudmila Kovaleva, the great teacher who is still alive, to Yuri Grigorovich, who has been working at the Bolshoi. Now he's about 91, 92, I think, or maybe more. And he has, all these artists have been given all their life, dedicated all their life, their days, and the hours of work to spend with young people, with the ballet company, teaching, giving, passing on their experience, their daily experience. Now, how can a law, how can a rule, how can a contract decide the end of a great artist? This is absolutely nonsense. Now, as I said in the other video a few days ago, if I had the chance to be artistic director of ballet company or ballet academy, I would give the chance to great artists as the one you have seen, or there are plenty around the world, plenty, to give them the chance. Maybe not working every day, but if you can, you do it. If you can teach, you do it. If you can, you are not ill and you feel in good conditions, the days where you feel in good conditions, you call me and you tell me, today I feel to give class. You come and you give class. So all this modern world would be erased. Is it possible that humanity is all linked and based on this modern world? It's completely mad. It's completely insane. So all these modern rules and laws and blah, blah, are set up by governments from everywhere because it is convenient for them, because everything is related to money. Everything is related. We don't want responsibility if an artist feels bad during the class or during the rehearsals, or he dies during the rehearsals. We don't want to spend the insurance and blah, 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 blah. We don't want any responsibilities. But everything is based on commercial, on money. But nothing is linked to the real essence of art and the real love of art. Think about it. Think about giving the chance, the opportunity to elder artists. Never say no. Never shut the doors to old artists who want to work. Put yourself in the heart of an old ballet teacher that he really wished to give other classes to young people, to young dancers, and mix himself or herself with young dancers. It's a great joy because you keep that artist alive. So think well before saying no. Because with one no, you could kill an artist. Think well. Now, it's very easy to point your finger on an old person and say, you are not going to work. But in return, remember that you have said no, you will become old as well. And life will tell you no. Now, I will start the second topic. In France, recently, there have been a lot of problems because there are many people who complain. The Diplôme d'État, which is the State Diploma, is set up by the French government. And that, I think, has been set up in around circa 1989, if I'm not wrong, that people who would like to teach, they must have a diploma. A little bit like the RAD, but many countries do that. There's nothing terrible. There are some people who are not happy about that. Now, it's controversial because you have great artists, like the ones that I have shown you the video, who came out from great ballet theaters. They had, yes, diploma, but that doesn't mean because you have a diploma that everywhere you will go, you will show to people, this is my diploma. Look, this is my diploma. I have one, I have two, I have three, I have four, and people are more inclined to read what is written in the diploma now, because otherwise society becomes blind. What is important in ballet is to have the person in front of you and to judge the person who is in front of you. Give the person a chance to make an audition. See how the person is teaching. See and judge how the person is behaving during class, how the person is explaining the steps, how are the enchaînements. So this is the great experience, this is the great value. Not only what is written on a piece of paper, because you can write the most beautiful things on a piece of paper, and then when it comes the moment that you have to teach, you don't know how to teach. So this is very controversial, because I have seen personally great artists who were giving wonderful classes, beautiful classes, but they didn't really have great diplomas, state diplomas. They have great experience, yes, wonderful experience, strong experience, yes, but not a piece of paper. I'm talking about 40, 50 years ago, about what I remember. Today, the state diploma for the government has become a sort of commercial thing, because you have to pay to have the diploma. Yes, you make an examination, because you do the examination in front of the jury, but many people say that the members of jury are corrupted. We know very well how those things work in some countries. So think about it. I repeat, I might be wrong, but this is my very personal opinion. So the two important topics of today, one is the retirement for dancers and teachers and great choreographers, and the state diploma. Think about it. You talk with other people. You may pass on the link of this video. This would be a good topic to develop, because I want to motivate the audience to understand that the society today has become a sort of blind machine. Everything is based on passwords. Everything is based on PIN codes. Everything is based on CV. Everything is based on diplomas. But when it comes to the moment where you have to do it in front of a real class, that is the real test. Think about it, and you let me know. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I do hope that this video will develop other new branches with new topics. Thank you, and have a nice day.